Carrie Rhodes here. Happy December. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a new month, and that means it's time for a new stamp set of the month series. Each month here on my YouTube channel, I feature a stamp set that I love that has a coordinating die set usually. And that stamp set this month is Ho Ho Holidays from Lawn Fawn. Every week, I'm going to be bringing you new ideas and cute projects with this stamp set. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday for that video. And this week, I'm going to be making a reveal wheel card with the Ho Ho Holidays set. I love this little Santa, and I wanted to make Santa's workshop with him. So that's what I'm doing with a little reveal wheel, and I have like a cute little way to add some texture to this house that will be his workshop. So let's get to creating. I'm going to be using quite a few die sets for this project. The Reveal Wheel die set, the Reveal Wheel Build-A-House add-on, the Build-A-House, and the Build-A-House Christmas add-on. So I die cut all the pieces I needed to create Santa's workshop. You can see them here. Then I'm going to take that house piece and score it every 1/4 of an inch. I actually started on the 1/8 of an inch mark and then went a 1/4 of an inch increments after that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to turn that on its side, and I'm going to use my scoreboard to score lines the opposite direction. I'm staggering them. I'm not really measuring them out, but what I'm wanting to do is create the look of bricks by just pressing into the paper, a dry embossed effect on this, and staggering those as I go. It really makes it look like brick, and it's just a nice subtle something in the background of this house that gives it that special extra thing, and I really love it. It doesn't take too long to do, and it makes it just I don't know, pretty cool, I think. So there we have it. You can see how it looks like bricks. All right, so next we're going to put this house together. I'm going to glue on all the pieces, and I do have some paper piecing that I will do. Like here with the door, I have die cut a green one and a red one. This is the door from the Build-A-House Christmas add-on. And then I removed the door from the green one so I could glue the frame around it. So I have 2 colors for my door. The wreath and the bow are also from the Build-A-House add-on die set for Christmas. I'm going to put the door on the left side, which I believe is the first time I've made this house with the door on the left, and I have made a ton of cards with this die set. If you haven't seen my series on the Build-A-House, make sure you check that out on my YouTube channel. I have 4 or 5 videos with that. The little lights are from the Christmas add-on set, and that just makes it. I love the little lights. I die cut that with pixie dust cardstock. I did find that I was having trouble getting it to stick with the glue because it's such a small surface and it's glitter paper. So I went ahead and used some sticky tape to hold those lights to the back of my roof piece, which I also paper pieced. And then I have a window that I backed with some vellum. That is from the regular Build-A-House die set. I'm cutting off the white die cut and gluing it onto the green, just as I've done for the door and the other roof piece. And I just love that red and green and white look. It's perfect for Santa's workshop. And there are even lights that fit this part of the roof too. And I went ahead and put those on with some sticky tape. We'll glue this on, and then I have a window frame from the the Reveal Wheel die set. It is a little bit different window panes than the one that comes in the die set for the Build-A-House, which makes it easier to do stamping for the Reveal Wheel, which is what I am doing now. I'm stamping out the images I need. That little elf is from the Santa Helpers stamp set, and the wish list, or the nice list I mean, is also from that stamp set. So I'm combining some of my favorites to make this scene. Here is the Reveal Wheel and the templates for the Reveal Wheel Build-A-House. So I just put a little temporary adhesive on the back of that. I'm going to trace these openings because the images that I want to stamp in them are a little bit bigger than the actual opening. So therefore I will trace that so I know where to stamp, and those will show up nicely in the window as I turn the wheel. So these images are from the Santa's Helpers stamp set, and I have a train, a drum set, a little rubber ducky and a teddy bear that I'm going to stamp in these little windows. And this is just kind of showing that this is Santa's workshop and the toys are being made there. And I think it's really super cute. So all of those, like I said, from the Santa's Helpers stamp set. Then I can just go back in and erase the lines from the pencil. I drew them very lightly, and this white eraser is my favorite. A white eraser for your paper crafting pencil marks is fabulous. Now let's color. You might want to pause and look at these colors if you wanted to duplicate any that I'm doing, because I'm not really good at setting out the lids like I did here, but sometimes I hold them in my hand. I kind of forget that you want to see the colors. So just in case I didn't do that, you can see them there at the beginning of the coloring. Just really simple coloring. I'm not an expert Copic marker colorist, but I feel like it's really something anybody can do using one or two color combinations. And even on super small images like this, it's easy to just color in with one color, like on the drumsticks, for example. And here I'm going to stamp around my images with a little snowflake to just fill in that empty space, and I wanted to repeat the color that I'm going to be using on the background of my card. Now while I finish the coloring, I wanted to point out that this video is not happening at the beginning of December as originally filmed and planned for. My computer crashed. It was 8 years old and it just had enough. And so there was about a 2-week period that I was without a computer, and life went on, but that meant that my video is coming out much later, and so there will not be 4 videos for this stamp set of the month as originally planned. And it's Christmas time, life is busy, and so it's probably okay this time, but I will be back on schedule with my videos very soon now that my new computer has arrived, and I'm very thankful for that, and video editing is just even better than it was. So thank you, Santa or whatever, for my new computer. It is fabulous. So you'll be seeing lots more videos from me very soon. And that about finishes up the coloring. I am using a colorless blender there to just kind of lighten up the gray a little bit that I put as shadowing for the white, and finishing up my little Santa. I have some presents here. One is larger, and then the 3 smaller ones I tried to color different so that there'd be a variety of presents for the front of this card. All right, now it is time to die cut all the things, and there is a die for all these, so that's fabulous. I will set those aside, and then let's work on the background of this card. So here again is that Salty Ocean Distress Oxide ink, and I have a panel here that I die cut with the Reveal Wheel die set and the Build a House add-on die set for Reveal Wheel. So I just want to create kind of a halo effect with this blue color for my sky. The house is going to be covering up this card. There's not going to be a lot of the background showing, so I don't need to really do the whole thing. And I just kind of wanted a little bit of a glow. So that's why I'm just going around the edges with my blending brush to darken that up. And then after that, I'm going to make some splatter in the sky for like a snowfall effect. So I have the new Lawn Fawn Sparkle. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I'll put it up on the screen for you. I don't remember. Liquid Stardust. I think that's it. All right, so I squirted some out onto a block, and then I'm using a paintbrush just to splatter that all over my card front. So there is that subtle look of snowfall in the background. I am taking a brad and putting the Reveal Wheel mechanism on back of the Reveal Wheel itself. The little tines of the brad will go on the front, and then we turn that over and put some foam squares onto that small wheel itself, and that's going to be the part that attaches to the base or the back of the Reveal Wheel panel. We will die cut a second one of these panels without a window in it. That is what the wheel is going to stick to. So I just want to line this up. There are embossed lines on this wheel, so it helps you know where to line it up. You don't want the embossed lines showing through the window or showing on that cutout on the right hand side there. Okay, so then we will put these two pieces together, a little sandwich with some foam tape. Before I stuck those together, I decided I wanted to go ahead and decorate my front panel. So I have a piece of the pixie dust cardstock. It's about 2 inches tall, maybe 1.5 inches, somewhere in there. Like I said, I made this video a while ago and I'm just finally getting to edit it. So that will go across the bottom. I did die cut it after cutting the strip. I die cut it with that same reveal wheel die so that it would have the stitching that matched up with the background piece. So there I'm gluing on my house so the window lines up with the opening that my reveal wheel die set created. I'm going to put one of those presents inside the door so when you peek in you can see another present is ready to be loaded into the sleigh. I am stamping my sentiment with Lawn Fawn's lobster ink and it says may your holidays be filled with magic, and I'm going to glue that across the bottom of the card. It's about the only place I had room for this long sentiment and it works out great. And just on a 1/4 of an inch piece of white cardstock. And then I can trim the ends so it's flush with the edge of my card, which I love to do. I like it to go all the way to the edge. And then we can start adding in our cute little stamped pieces. Now I'm using this kind of as a guide so I can take the stamp that says ho 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 and I'll stamp it right above Santa. I love that. And then we can stick this on with some foam squares. I'm going to have it so it kind of looks like he's standing on the sentiment. It just helps ground him a little bit. And he will have his nice list in his hand. So to do that, I'm putting a foam square on the card base itself and then a little glue on the side of the list that will overlap on to Santa, so that will be held on very nicely. And then we'll have our little elf come in. She's adorable, and we'll stick her on so that she's kind of flush with the house. And then I'm going to add on my additional presents, those 3 little ones that I colored in different colors. And we'll put 1 by the elf and 2 by Santa to finish off this scene. It's so cute. When you look at this, do you think Santa's workshop? Let me know below. Does it look like Santa's workshop? Is that your first thought? Maybe not. Maybe it looks like he's delivering presents. But either way, it's a super fun holiday card that I think would bring anybody a smile. So we'll go ahead and put those 2 pieces together. I got mine a tiny bit off. So I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off that extra white that is showing right there. And you can see the little images rolling by in the reveal wheel. That's so much fun for the recipient to have a little interactive element on the card. I'm gluing this to a panel that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then it will go onto my card base, which is a top folding card that's 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5.5 inches. And so I've got lots of layers here, which I love, but you could eliminate a layer if you wanted to. I know this will maybe cost some extra postage to be mailed because of its thickness. All right, so we need a little arrow, which the reveal wheel die set has for us. So I die cut that from white so it would pop against this red cardstock. And then the recipient knows that they are to turn that little wheel there. All right, so let's embellish this a little bit. I have some Journey glaze that I'm putting over each of the lights to give them some glassy-like look so that the glitter shows through and it just looks like a little shining Christmas light. I'm also going to put that on the window panes of this lower window just to give them a little extra something. And we'll want to make sure to be super careful with this card until those things dry, to leave it laying flat for an hour or so that can dry. I also have the new Lawn Fawn glitter pen. I'm going to color in some of the white like on Santa's hat, on the presents, on the little bow of the wreath, and so on. So that will just have another little extra something. When I had this out, I decided, oh, I'm going to add some more snow with this pen, just dotting it all around the house to give it more full of a snow look, but it is still subtle. Like you can't see it too much until you tilt it in the light. So I love that. All right, that is my card. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I would love it if you left me a comment below and let me know, does this look like Santa's workshop to you? And I will have new videos coming out very soon. I'm very excited to have the ability to make videos for you guys once again, and I've missed it. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and I will be back again very soon. Happy stamping. Bye.